Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Now he's been elevated to Minister for Money Laundering. Oh. Now he's the Minister for Money Laundering. Apart from being the substantive Minister of Finance, I can bet you that Amin Adam will not even get to enter the office of the Finance Minister in the Finance Ministry. He will have an office somewhere in the Finance Ministry, and he will supposedly be the minister, but he will not be the minister. You see, we have to stop deluding ourselves in this country when it comes to this criminal lot. Right? They have run this country for 7+ years. They have destroyed this country. They have taken us into Neanderthal times. Okay? And what they seek to do is to have a third term for Akufo-Addo by using his lackey, Dr. Bawumia. That's all. Dr. Bawumia has absolutely no credibility. At one point in time, he was a boys' brigade. At one time, he was called Timothy. Dr. Bawumia has made several promises. Do you recall that he said that they were going to give $1 million to every constituency? Where's the money? Remember that after they came to power, he said that the money is in Accra, so they should come and collect it, otherwise it will be stolen. Which constituency? Because of that, I even wanted to run for assemblyman for Ayawa SOS Wogo. But I never, there was no money ever came. You see, through all the changing scenes of the last 7+ years, we have seen bait and switch, chicanery of the highest dexterity. They tell us one thing, they do another thing. Let me read you some of the promises. Remember, I shall protect the public purse. Is the public purse being protected? I'm too old to steal your money. I already have my money. Remember that? Yet it's a council so comedy. Remember that? Yet it's a council so comedy. Remember that? Try me and see. Remember that? I'm not corrupt, and I will never become. Corruption in this country today has been. It is unfathomable what has gone on in this country when it comes to corruption. We were in this country when we saw a deputy minister of finance. Repeat, a deputy minister of finance on TV collecting bribes. After they went into it, they came back and told us that it's nothing. When there are laws against corruption in this country, be that as it may, if it was me, Kojo Boafo, who was seen on TV whilst I was in office, collecting bribes and advocating that an investor comes to give me money to go and give to the vice president's campaign, and that I myself have investments, so you should come and invest in that, what would have happened to me? Remember, we were in this country when during the COVID pandemic, when this country needed to get to its feet. COVID testing was given to a company that had been formed a few days prior to the contract being given. They gave that company to their pet Nigerian, right? That company ended up per their own figures, not mine, ended up making $87 million, and the state made 6. Right? That's not corruption. Just 2 days ago, the Auditor General's report listed Bawumia's brother as having won a Cocoa Roads, no, not won, he didn't win it, he was given a Cocoa Roads contract by sole sourcing. Remember that? That contract, according to the Auditor General, the nation would have been better served if it had gone to tender, because we would have saved 9 times what it should have cost. It cost us 9 times what it should have cost us if it had gone to tender. That's not corruption. That is vice president who wants to be president, who said this no corrupt, that's his brother, and you think he doesn't know about it. There are two different contracts. We were in this country when the finance minister himself in parliament told us, I didn't say it, he said it, that his company has made 150 million Ghana cedis of procuring loans for this country. That's not corruption. We were in this country when the president's cousin told us that in Akufo-Addo's government, family and friends is not really an issue because their grandfather had 100 children. And he chose to educate his 100 children. So because he chose to educate his 100 children, that is the reason why he has 5 first cousins in his cabinet. That's the reason why his baby mamas all have ambassadorial appointments. That's their grandfather's fault. As for John Mahama, when they were calling him, John Mahama didn't have a grandfather. Right? John Mahama's father didn't educate him. John Mahama's father, who was the first education minister in this country, he wasn't educated. So Akufo-Addo had the right to call he and Lord Mahama names. Remember that? I will fight corruption with Anas principle. What happened to Anas? Anas now not only has to have a mask, he has to have a hole to be inside. Because when they find him, he will not live. Right? Apart from a mask, Anas, he now has to have a rat hole. Because if Anas is not now, if they get him, he'll be dead. He'll be dead.
And this I'm reading from Daily Guide.
Sorry about that. He'll be dead. What happened to Ahmed Swale when he sought to out corruption? I'll build a factory in every district. One district, one factory. Remember that? Where's the factory? Where are the factories? One village, one dam. Apart from mosquito-infested cesspools and cesspits that they built with government money, where is it? Tell me, where is it? I will arrest the dollar. Take a deep breath. When the MPP came to power, the dollar was 4 cedis and 62 cents. What is it now? It is over 13 cedis. As of now, that's if you find it. Right? Did Bawumia not tell us that if the fundamentals of your economy is weak, the exchange rate will expose you? When the exchange rate started exposing him, he said what he said was true, but the reverse is not true. Remember that? You have the video, play it. Right? These are the same people. Bawumia, remember when he talked about his economic management team? Right? The team that was better than Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool team that is on top of the league right now. Right? The team that is better than Mediama. The economic team that now has fizzled into thin air and has acquired latent heat of vaporization. The whole economic team is gone. One of the members of the economic team, Alan Chematin, has resigned from the party and is now telling us that Dr. Bawumia is a damn liar. Remember that? But worst of everything is that Dr. Bawumia himself has disavowed the government of which he was number 2 man for 7.5 years. Dr. Bawumia is now telling us that certain taxes like e-levy, he will proscribe it when he becomes president, because as we speak now, he's applying, he is hanging by the car as he goes, and when he gets there, uses his feet to scratch the car, and he says, Kanish. Before the truck gets to Fadama last stop, he has to Kanish before he's telling us that he's proscribing e-levy. Senna, were we not in this country when the government used taxpayers' money to fly Adwasafo in a private jet to Ghana so that she could vote for e-levy? When she got to Ghana, she refused to go and vote. So she was ensconced in her house like an Egyptian mummy. And according to her baby daddy, Mr. Showdown himself, Kennedy Ejapon, they had to give her 150,000 cedis to come and vote. And indeed, the person who was supposed to be Adwa Safo, to all intents and purposes, looked like a scarecrow. They brought an effigy to Parliament named Adwa Safo to come and vote for 11. Where was Bawumia then? He didn't like the tax. He was the number 2 man, or is still the vice president of this country. He did nothing about it. And he's now telling us that you keep paying the tax. Don't worry. When I become president, I will prescribe the tax. But are you going to give us a refund? Or you think we are stupid? Where are the 111 hospitals in 18 months? Where are the hospitals? Where are the 315 new schools? Where are they? You people told us that we are a proud nation, we will never go to IMF. Where are we now? As we speak now, the IMF have hot offices in the finance ministry. African Development Bank have offices in the finance ministry because they don't trust anything you say. What happened to the Kole Lagoon and Odo tourist sites? Then, when you talk, Bawumia tells you I'm digitalization. I'm building digitalized toilets. If we haven't eaten, can we use the toilet? Or we should go to the toilet, and when you get there, you say, if you have eaten now, press 1. If you haven't eaten, press 2. Press 3 for all of the above. You see, these people are not serious. Akufo-Addo, he's not a serious person. Me, I'm sitting here today. I told you people from the get-go. Lawyer, man can't tell him. He's not serious. What he came to do is to build generational wealth for himself and his family. He's done that. So he doesn't give a crap about anybody. He never did, never have, never will. Some of us told you people that, but you didn't listen. I mean, where are we now? We are in a country today where the former Chief Justice takes a chair and goes to sit at the Ministry of Finance demanding her pension, and she's insulted by whippersnappers in Papashikwa. Right? And we are sitting here, and Bawumia is trying to tell us that all the things that he has been a part of for the last 7 years, impoverishing us, taking us to Neanderthal times, taking us to the 13th century. He's going to suddenly turn it around because he was hanging on the trotro shouting, Kanish, Kanish. Are we stupid? What do you think we are? We think we are stupid? What you are going to do is you are going to go. And you are going to account for what you have done. All the money that has been stolen in this country, you will account. Because there are laws in this country. So what they are trying to do is to tell us that, oh, we won't use the indelible ink, right? So that they will take the votes to an MPP chairman's house, and then while people are going, they'll go, wompia, and go and vote all around, right? By the time they come, they'll tell us certain constituencies in the Ashanti region had 100% turnout. Because we are stupid, right? And those electoral officials themselves, they have something to protect because they have built monstrous hotels and monstrous properties in cantonments and other areas. So because they need to protect that, they are coming up with this garbage. They should try it. We are waiting. But let me remind them that this country has a very painful history. History that we of the current generation need to make sure never happens again. But if they want it to happen, they should go ahead. They should try and steal the election. This reshuffle that they've done, look at the people. It's all designed so that certain people can win certain seats. Okoboy. So that Okoboy can go back and win Teshi. He won't win. he will win. So that Oko boy can force people, can force somebody to do a code, can force what's his name? The Bantam MP, what's his name? Asensu Boachi to go and do roads in Techi, so you can go and stand there and say, I've done roads in Techi, so vote for me. You think the people of Techi, they are stupid? At this late hour, you think they are stupid? They will come and vote for you because you've got can't go on and down roads. Or what are you going to do? Are you suddenly going to cure malaria? What are you going to do? They should get serious. They have impoverished us for the last 7 years. Since when? Since when? Do you have money in the bank? You go to the bank to collect the money, and the money will tell you that the bank will tell you that we have orders from the finance ministry not to pay you. Since when? And we are being told that inflation has gone down. Hello. If I haven't bought anything, inflation will go down. By the definition of inflation, if we can't buy anything, inflation will go down. You are not paying your bills, so inflation will go down. So don't come and sell us any nonsensical copium about inflation going down. And we are not stupid. You take Ghanaians for granted. You have taken Ghanaians for granted, and Ghanaians have kept quiet because they know they're going to vote you out. And when you go out, you will answer for everything that we are talking about, that you have done. You came to power and before you came to power, you coined the term nuisance taxes. What is more of a nuisance tax than taxing expectation? Is there any more of any tax that epitomizes what a nuisance tax is than taxing expectation? You tell me. That you know of any tax that is more of a nuisance tax than the small thought. You have taxed the habitation. And you talk about nuisance taxes. You came decrying ESLA. As soon as you came, you collateralized ESLA till 2035. You've collected the money, you've chopped it. You can't. Then what be to Boafo Akesi? As if say the Achimota school ni Yankobi. Right? Come and speak. Then when you finish, as soon as they finish, you open the Bible. But Ghanaians don't have to look any further. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia promised God a cathedral. They didn't build it. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, they promised God a cathedral. They didn't build it. There's a hole there right now. The person who's supposed to look after that cathedral, he has two names. So if God is going to do site inspection, who is he going to go? So they have a record. The record sits there. We know it. If God goes to the cathedral site right now, is he going to look for Kusibuati or the other guy? Whose Ghana card is he going to look for? If you have the gall to promise God something and fail, why should man vote for you? Why should man vote for you? This man, Bawumia, at one time he was called Timothy. One time he was a boys' brigade. He doesn't believe in anything. All he wants to be is a token for Akufo-Addo's third term, so that he can be controlled like Koliko. From wherever Akufo-Addo will go and hide after he finishes his term of office. So, what are we talking about here? Reshuffle? Reshuffle what? Who? Which of these actors don't we know? Is there anybody who believes that Mohammed Amin Adam is going to have the autonomy to be to be finance minister? Is he even going to enter that office? Is Ken Ofori still not going to keep his office? Physically, literally, figuratively, is he not going to keep that office in the finance ministry? The same finance minister that they were clapping for a few months ago. The same finance minister who used taxpayers' money to buy Kenke and Wachi to eat in the courtyard. Or are they going to refund us the Kenke and Wachi money? You know, they should stop joking, man. It's 9 months to the election. They should hurry up and just get lost so that the people of Ghana can bring in a competent team headed by President Mahama to regraft the affairs of this country. Because where President Mahama left us before they took over, you see, notice something. Me, it's not that I don't know figures. I can't come and stand here and rattle figures. I'm not interested in it. If you want to know figures, go and buy a 5 CD ball of kinky and then come back and tell me. Go and buy 2 CDs Boafo and then come back and you see real figures. See where the nation is. 5 CDs. Now then you know where we are. When Mahama was leaving power, that size was 50 pesos. And I lawyer me boy. And then the 5 CDs, you know. Say Mahama power 50 pesos. And I said I'm boy. And I only dog. So that is what we are talking about. It's the standard of living. And you come out, we have it here, you tell us you have digitalized the toilet. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? As soon as I have a tummy here, would the toilet door open? That's digitalization. I mean, that is just ridiculous.
Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.